And we are back. I love promoting any event that promotes reading, especially if it helps bring about more understanding of the Bay Area's diverse cultural landscape. And that is what the program Silicon Valley Reads is all about. Joining me right now is Joe Bourne, the co-chair of Silicon Valley Reads, one of the driving forces behind this annual community engagement program that, as it says, uses selected books to explore a theme relevant to the region. Also with us is a distinguished author, Bich Nguyen, also known as Beth Nguyen, the author of Stealing Buddha's Dinner. That title already had me going there. So, welcome both of you to the show. Give us a little overview about Silicon Valley Reads. One of the things is that, unlike some events, you've got a lot of different events associated with this. First of all, how do people kind of keep up? How do they know where to go, what to do?
Well, to find out what to do and where to go, you go to siliconvalleyreads.org, or you can go to any one of the participating libraries throughout Silicon Valley.
Now, we talked a little bit about this, about the event and what it's designed to do. Tell us a little bit more about how it got started and what the intent is behind it.
Sure. Silicon Valley Reads is an annual initiative that does encourage reading and literacy, and also the appreciation of quality literature, which you're going to hear more about in a minute. But it also is really about building community and the idea that engaging in lively and open dialogue about the themes and issues in the books kind of builds that community in our region. Now,
we were talking with Felicia Lowe a little bit earlier about her immigrant aspect of her project. Seems like that makes it a very appropriate way to get into the theme of this year's Silicon Valley Reads.
Right, so our theme this year is Homeland and Home, and it reflects really the fact that Silicon Valley is one of the most diverse regions in the nation, with about a third of our population being born outside of the United States, as you said. And so, it's really relevant and engaging, again, in that dialogue, because there are themes that come up in these novels that resonate with everybody.
Now, I've heard that about your book as well. Give us an idea. You're one of about 3 authors, I think, that are being featured in this event this year. Tell us a little bit about your book as well as how it fits into the theme.
Well, it's an honor to have Stealing Buddha's Dinner chosen as one of the Silicon Valley Reads. It's a novel about the immigrant experience from a Midwestern point of view. And that's where I grew up. I grew up in Michigan. My family came to the United States in 1975 as refugees from Vietnam.
What is it that maybe in your book that, for one thing, just the Midwest perspective is going to be different? What are some of the things in your book that you really hope kind of resonate with people?
I think the experience of being an outsider, of struggling to find a place to call home, is kind of a universal feeling that immigrants know very well, but also everybody experiences in some way or another throughout childhood.
How about for you, writing this book? What was it like for you, and what did it do for you as a person?
Writing this book made me go back to childhood, and it made me rethink everything I thought I knew about my parents and my grandmother's experience in America in the late 70s and 80s, and how difficult it was for them to start over in a new country, in a new language.
And how about some of the other things being featured in this?
Yes, we have 2 other novels being featured. One is called We Need New Names by Noviolet Bulawayo, and the other is called The Book of Unknown Americans by Christina Enriquez. And I think that, as you heard, all 3 have this theme around really that balance of retaining your cultural heritage while also kind of just the reality of growing up and living in the United States. And I wanted to also say that one of the wonderful things about all the novels, especially Stealing Buddha's Dinner, is just how funny and kind of heartbreaking the experiences are. And again, I think that brings out that universalness of the novels that we can explore.
Well, that's very good. Silicon Valley Reads, Stealing Buddha's Dinner being featured. Thank you both very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that will be coming up. Silicon Valley Reads 2015. Homeland is Home, the immigrant experience, going on throughout March, February and March. Actually, it started 2015. So try to get out and join and see one of the 100 events going on. Now, coming up, hula dancing and Hawaiian culture. See and hear it all in our studio next, so don't miss it.